Hello, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv, and I was going through my email after doing a podcast on the live.bwana.tv. I was doing the podcast at radio.bwana.org, and I just looked at my email, saw a YouTube message, and I noticed I got a lot of YouTube messages in my inbox that I haven't answered yet. And it's not that I don't like you guys, it's just I get a lot of them. So what I'm going to do now is a new segment that I just made up called Bwana.tv Q&A. Bwana.tv Q&A. Bwana.tv Q&A. Bwana.tv Q&A. Bwana.tv Q&A. Bwana.tv Q&A. I could just do that whole song the whole time. Anyway, this is going to be my segment to just answer some of these YouTube questions that I got. And the first one is from Kojo Bead. And he says, I got an unlocked iPhone. When I download some of the applications created by people from the installer, will it be locked back to AT&T? Please help me out. No, it will not be locked. If you download apps from installer.app on your iPhone, it will not be instantly reverted back to AT&T. The applications that you install are independent of the carrier. They don't care about the carrier unless you're downloading an application that's specifically designed to lock or unlock your iPhone. So that's that question. Next question is from Andrew Nitch. He says, I noticed that your installer.app has a lot more packages for download that mine doesn't have. And I was wondering if that is an older version or a newer one, and how would I update mine? Well, this is a question of sources. In my videos, some are old, some are new, but this is true in all of them. The key is to add community sources to your iPhone list. And there's a little sources tab. Bwana.tv Q&A. Bwana.tv. There's a little sources tab on the iPhone. I don't have my iPhone jailbroken anymore, so I can't tell you. It's going by memory. And you can add community sources. So the more community sources you add, the more apps that will be available. I just simply added a couple of community sources. So go on Google, search for iPhone community sources, and I'm pretty sure you'll come up with something. Next one comes from Kojo Beat again, and it's the same question. The next one is DumbDo15. He says, by any chance, if you have the updated version of your iPhone before you install the installer, will it do any damage to the iPhone if you install the installer? I gotta read that one again. By any chance, if you have the updated version of your iPhone before you install the installer, so I'm assuming you updated your iPhone, will it do any damage to your iPhone if you install the installer? So I think he's asking if you install the installer on top of another installation, will it do damage? I don't think it'll do damage. It may be a little unstable. You might want to uninstall that application first. Install that app gives you the ability to uninstall itself. So just go to uninstall, say I want to install you, installer that app, and then put the new version on there. But some of these versions I haven't seen in a while, but they will upgrade instead of install over. So they'll give you the option to upgrade. And installer that app does have an automatic update mechanism where it can update itself. So I recommend using that. And let's see, we're at about 3 minutes, so let me keep going. This is Megashan82. He says, hi, how are you, Bwana? I have seen your couple videos on iPhone and I like them. I also have a problem on my iPhone where you go back for anything such as settings, about, etc. For some odd reason it's not working. Do you know how to fix that or have an idea? If you do, please let me know. Thanks. I don't have a fix, but I do have an almighty solution. It's called Restore. Do a system restore on your iPhone and it'll probably take care of that. If it doesn't, you probably have to take it in and have them look at it. So that would be the best bet. And Restore is harmless. If you back up your iPhone on iTunes, it will keep all your data. You may lose things like notes and other little knickknacks, but just make sure you back up everything and then you can restore, and this should take care of that. Hi, how are you, Bwana? This is from, I think it's the same one. Again, got another dupe. Hi, Bwana. I noticed in one of your iPhone videos were you able to roll your home screen vertically to see all your apps. Which app could do this for me? Thanks, Jasper. This is Jasper Plenty. That was an old version of Summerboard, which was the application that allowed you to customize your home screen. It doesn't scroll vertically anymore. Now it scrolls horizontally because they've made changes to the firmware to where it doesn't allow you to do that anymore. They can only scroll horizontally. So unless you're running an old version of the iPhone firmware, you can't scroll vertically anymore. And let's see, this is Marco and a whole bunch of 8s. Marco writes, I was wondering if that tap tap game for iPod Touch, I was wondering if that tap tap game is for iPod Touch, and do you know where I can download it for free? This is an application that you can get through installer.app, and I'm going to recommend you go to ziphone.com. I believe that's the URL. Look for the ziPhone installer. They've made it stupid easy to jailbreak your iPhone. They'll put installer.app on your iPhone for you. You do that, launch installer.app, do the updates, do whatever you need to do, and then you'll see in the game section there's an application called Tap Tap Revolution. Tap on it and start revolutioning. Alright, Hollister Dude QT says, I have a question about the iPhone app video you posted. It says, I have a question. Does downloading that makes your iPhone mess up? So downloading that make your iPhone mess up? Or does it do anything to the iTunes updating process? Or does the phone just act like that installer.app isn't even on there? Also, how do you remove it if you have to take it to the Apple Store? Let me know. Okay. It does not affect, if you install installer.app on your iPhone, it does not affect how it interacts with iTunes. As a matter of fact, iTunes won't know the difference. They'll think you have a legitimate iPhone. Regarding your second question, how do you remove it? Do a restore. Go to your iTunes. There's a restore button. If you restore your iPhone, it will wipe it. It will wipe it clean, and you won't have any trace. Well, you may have traces, but you won't have installer.app on your iPhone anymore. So if you take it to the Apple Store and you want them to look at it without installer.app on there, that's not what I would recommend you do, because that's kind of cheating. But if you do want to do that, just do a restore, and it should restore it back to its original state. Let's see how much time we got. 6 minutes. Hi Bwana, just bought an iPhone with firmware 1.1.4, and I was wondering where I can download the installer.app from. Any help is greatly appreciated. Let me make sure this is the right site. I think it's ziphone.